Have you ever received a compliment that sounded more like an insult than a compliment? Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rose. On this channel, we talk about online dating, interracial dating, intercultural dating, and all things concerning dating. Okay, so in today's video, we are going to talk about negging. Okay, negging is a manipulative tactic that is used to destroy your self-esteem because the person maybe feels like you're out of their league and they just want to bring you down lower than their level. Okay, so they want to be in a position of power. Let's have a look at negging, and we are going to focus on interracial and intercultural dating. In intercultural dating, negging often comes disguised as curiosity, admiration, but the goal is the same. It's to put you down and make you question yourself, so you will want their approval. Here are some common negging lines African women and women of color in general might hear when dating across cultures. You are pretty for a black girl. You are actually really educated. I wasn't expecting that. Wow, you speak English so well. I didn't expect someone from Africa to be so fluent in English. You are not like most African women. You are different. I love your exotic look. It's so unusual. You are more attractive than women from your country. Honestly, I don't usually date black women, but you are the exception. There is something special about you. I love how traditional you are. You are not like women here who are too independent. Most African girls I meet are loud, but you are different. You are surprisingly classy for someone from Africa. You are beautiful. I just don't like your hair like that. You would be perfect if you wore it straight. These lines might sound like compliments, but they are not. They are rooted in stereotypes, and they are designed to make you question your value, lower your self-esteem, and seek validation from him. Now, recently I came across this video, and it was a video of a young couple, and it was an interracial couple, and they were answering a comment about, how did you guys first meet or something like that. And then during the video, the guy said, when I first saw my girlfriend, the first thing that I thought was she's so pretty for an African. And I was like, come on, was that last statement necessary? So I feel like when somebody is giving you a compliment, it should just be simple. You're beautiful or you're pretty. That's it. We don't have to compare you with somebody else or say, you are pretty for this or you are this. Like, that is called negging. It's like they're giving and taking back with the other hand. Okay, you are pretty for an African. That means you are not supposed to be pretty because usually Africans are not pretty. Okay, for me, I have actually experienced this, and at that time I didn't know what it was and I didn't know how to react to it. Okay, so there's this person I had met online, and I asked them, like I always ask the guys, so like, why did you reach out to me? Why are you contacting me? Like, what attracted you to my profile? Okay, that's what I asked. And the guy was like, well, the reason why I contacted you is because you are not like, you don't have the typical African features. I was like, what do you mean by typical African features? He went on to say, you don't have the typical primate features. I was like, oh my goodness. Okay, I didn't know how to, react to that. Okay, because what he said was, I contacted you because you are so pretty, and also you don't have the typical African features. And I'm like, what are the typical African features? And then he was like, you don't have the typical primate features, like big lips and big nose and all that. And I'm like, come on now. Anyway. I feel like a lot of people get, you get those kinds of insults, they're dressed a little bit like compliments, but they're actually insults. And then you say thank you, or maybe you try to seek their approval and say, yeah, maybe I can do this, maybe I can do that. That's not what you're supposed to do. For example, you find somebody saying, you are so pretty for a dark-skinned girl. I feel like in that case, you're just supposed to say, okay, so is it that I'm not supposed to be pretty, or like, or just say I don't receive backhanded compliments. Okay, if either I'm pretty, why don't you just say I'm pretty and that's it? Or, oh, you are so smart for an African. Oh, your English is so good. I'm impressed. I'm actually surprised, being an African, being so fluent in English. First of all, I feel like people need to do research, because, for example, if you're talking to somebody from Kenya, from these countries that were former British colonies, the English is their national language. So most of them will speak English. Okay. Another thing is like when somebody is telling you, oh, you are so confident for your size. This usually is directed to somebody who is maybe a plus size person. Oh, you are so confident, for your size. Like you're not supposed to be confident because you're a big girl or something. Don't receive these kinds of, these remarks are not compliments, okay? Or for somebody, let's say, you're dating somebody maybe who is a little bit younger than you, or maybe the same age, and then they're like, oh, you're so pretty for your age. Another thing is when somebody says something like, most African women are loud, but you are different. You are actually, wow, somebody won't even think you are African. This whole stereotyping and generalization, this is just wrong. It's wrong. And another thing is, when somebody is doing this, there is something that they have seen in you that they're trying to crush. They're trying to chip away at your self-esteem, your self-confidence, or something that they have seen that they need to destroy. That's why they are doing this to you. Okay? I feel like when somebody likes you, they shouldn't make you feel some type of way, and they shouldn't try to chip away at your, at your self-esteem, or try to bring you down. Or I feel like also, if you're trying to compliment somebody, you don't have to bring other people down in order to elevate this person. Because you might find somebody saying, oh, I like you because you're not like the women we have over here. Let's say, for example, you're talking to somebody from another country. He's like, oh, you're much better than the women here. Women here are ratchet, they're controlling, or they're over independent, or that, I like that you're traditional. Like, I feel like if somebody has to bring other women down in order to elevate you, you shouldn't accept that. Because if something happens and you want to do something, in fact, I feel like this is a warning, okay? He's like, okay, if I'm gonna be with you, you cannot be independent, you cannot, speak your mind, you cannot, you have to be under my power, under my rule, under my authority. Like, oh God. And this goes both ways, because I also find women who are putting, let's say, for example, African women who would put their African men down in order to elevate men from other races or from other places. And I'm like, we cannot put all African men in a box and say they are all like this. The same way we cannot put, let's say, men from other race or from other countries and say all men from this country are like this. That cannot work, because there is no way all people can be the same. No way. That is not possible. So, putting other people down in order to elevate the other person, that is, first of all, that is so unfair. Okay, and also I feel like you shouldn't feel so special that this guy has decided to put all women from his country down in order to elevate you. You are not special. Okay, so we have to be careful with these kinds of remarks, because they are not compliments, they are insults. Okay, and also this whole negging thing is, some people will say, well, I have a sarcastic sense of humor. You have to get used to me. I saw a video like that as well. There was a girl who was like, this guy kept picking on her and saying something like, oh, and mimicking her voice because she has a small voice. And then she's like, no, I don't appreciate how you keep making fun of me. And then he was like, oh, I have a sarcastic sense of humor. You have to get used to it. No, I don't have to get used to anything. Okay, some people just try to, they try to pretend that it's a sense of humor, but they are just nasty. It's just the horrible people who are trying to hide behind jokes, and they just want to bring other people down. They just want to, they're just horrible people. We have the same with friends. You find somebody, they will never appreciate anything good you do. They will always find something wrong with it. Like, for example, I had somebody who I would post something, I don't know, anything, a picture, but they will always find something wrong. Like, for example, if I say, oh, I have this outfit, I like this outfit, they will always find something wrong with it and say, oh, no, your figure doesn't sit well with that outfit. They say, yeah, the outfit is nice, but you have to do something with your figure. That is not a compliment. That is somebody who is just bringing you down, okay? Or maybe you have accomplished something and you're happy about it and you are posting about it. Then they're like, yeah, you've done that, but this is wrong, okay? Oh my goodness. If you want to compliment somebody, just pure and simple, just say you're pretty. You're pretty. Wow, I like that outfit on you. It's really nice. That's it. You don't have to add anything else. You don't have to say, I like that outfit, but I have seen it with so many people. I saw another girl who pulled it off better than you. Wow. I like that hair, but the one you had before was better, or maybe you could do this. It looks a little bit this, or it looks. Just say, if you don't like it, then don't talk about it. Okay, I don't usually date black people. I don't usually date black women, but you're exception. I'm still black. Oh, I like you, but you could do something better with your hair. I don't like nappy hair. Maybe you can straighten it. That's how it grows out of my scalp. So just go and look for people with straight hair. Guys, sometimes we ignore small things, and if you end up with somebody like this, they are going to completely destroy your self-esteem. Whether it's dating, whether it's friendship, whatever it is, the thing you have to do is to call it out immediately. Okay, just tell them, no, that is not a compliment. Like, you should just have kept it to yourself, because why do you don't try to to put ribbons on it. It's not a compliment, it's an insult. Just insult me and then we know where we stand. Okay, anyway, my name is Rose. Thank you for coming to my YouTube channel today. I wanted to touch on this because it's something I have seen so many videos. I have seen so many people commenting, even when I'm live, I see comments and then I'm like, that is not a compliment, that is an insult. Recently I went live because I have a new book, guys. I have released a new book, yay. And I was showing the cover of my book, and then somebody said, oh, congratulations, but that cover is full of filters. And the person who is commenting, their profile photo is full of filters. Like, why don't you just take off your filters from your profile photo and then come and say that my book cover is full of filters? Surely. If you have nothing better to say, just if you don't have anything nice to say to somebody, why don't you just keep quiet? And if you don't like somebody, just block them so you don't see them anymore. For me, I feel like if I see something that is not my cup of tea, I just leave it. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to spoil somebody's day just because you are just a horrible person. And if you don't like, let's say, for example, you don't like dating black people, you don't like dating white people, just leave them alone. Why do you go, finding one that you can, terrorize with your, insults? and pretending that you have a sense of humor, and you are just making jokes. You are a funny guy, or you are a funny woman. No, you're not funny. You're just horrible. You just find something better to do. That's what you need to do. Thank you for coming to my YouTube channel today. Have you ever gone through something like this, or am I just, okay, tell me in the comments. Have you ever received a remark and then you're thinking about it, you're like, wait a minute, come on, that was not a compliment, that was an insult. Like, and when it's happening, you're like, okay, you don't know what to do, because you're like, should I say thank you? Like, what should I say? What you should say is, I don't receive backhanded compliments. That is not a compliment. I don't accept it. That is an insult. So they know that you know. Because this is taking you for a fool. You are thanking them for insulting you. Okay? You are thanking them for chipping away at your self-esteem. If you like that outfit, if you like your hair, if you like how you look, that is good enough. And if they don't like, then they shouldn't say anything. That is fine. You are doing just fine without their backhanded compliments. Thank you for coming to my YouTube channel today, and I shall see you on my next one. Bye-bye for now.